Hey everyone, David Schneider here, and in this video we're gonna create a professional invoice, get paid electronically, create brand awareness, and even rank up on the search results such as Google, Yelp, or others. So let's jump in. I understand there is other solutions out there. Some are very expensive, some are free like Excel or Word, but I'm gonna show you our CRM and why it's important to use some kind of automation tool, and now in the end of the day it will generate you more profit and close more deals for you. So let's jump in. I go to the website crmrunner.com, click on the login page, put my username and password, and I'm in the platform. So from here I go to my customers, for example. There is a lot of ways to create an invoice, but I'll go to customers. I click on my first customer here, Coco Chanel for this example. One of the important parts of CRM is that you have a follow-up on all the history of the customer. So if I type anything here, I'm gonna have all the notes coming up here, all the invoices that were created. So if a customer calls in the future and any employees in the office, you can always see what happened and transpired with this customer. So from here I can go to invoices, and as you can see I can create a one-time invoice or I can create a recurring invoice. Recurring invoice, for you that don't know, is an invoice that repeats itself. So I can do it on a daily schedule or a weekly, monthly, yearly. So every week, for example, or every month, it will create an invoice and it will charge the client for a specific amount. So in this case, we're gonna create an invoice. We're gonna do a one-time invoice. As you see, it already pick up the information of the client. So I can start by creating one item by item. So for example, I can start typing an item here. So DVR, I click, what is the quantity? Let's say 1, and I can keep adding line items. So I type a DVR, then I type hard drive, and I can keep going like that and create my total invoice and just click save and send here. Let me move it here so it's more comfortable for you guys. So I can click save and send and I'm done. Beside that, we have another cool feature here that we can create packages. So before I show you that, a lot of our invoices or on your business, most of the invoices are kind of repeating invoices. So for example, if I do cameras, so I have kind of a bundle, right? I do a DVR, hard drive, cameras, labor. That's kind of the basic. And then it changes a little bit. For example, construction can be, the default is I do for you this, and that based on a 1000 square footage. Or there is kind of basic information. So instead of keep typing this information over and over, I can come here to the menu, go to paperwork and create packages. So I create a predefined package, and instead of keep typing it all the time, I can come to the invoice and then choose a package. So I can come here, I can say, let's say alarm kit. So it's automatically filling out all my alarm kit. So if, for example, in the front door, I don't need one motion, I need 2 motions, I can just change it to 2. And I'm done. And then it will change the total here, and again it will change the total amount here. Now let's say the client wants alarm and cameras. So for example, I can come to choose a package, and I can come here and choose 4 camera bundle. So for example, now it fills out all my cameras and the alarm together. And then I have this nice bundle. If I need to change any quantities, I can change it here. Now let's say the customer wants another thing. Let's say next to the front door, he decided he wants a doorbell. So I can come here, click add. So it's adding one more line item here, and I can type here, let's say ring. Okay, let's say ring doorbell. So let's say this item is 1 and I want to charge for that $100. Okay, but I want this item to be after the front door, right? Because it's related to my front door. So another cool thing, you can just hold and you can drag it up and leave it here. So now you have it organized the way you like. You can drag and drop all the line items to organize it to the way you like to organize it. Beside that, I can change my tax bracket. If I have different tax brackets, I can change them. I can add a discount. So let's say it's $25.40. I want to give $100 discount. I can do that. And then I can click Save and Send. So if I click Save and Send, as you can see, it will come from my email. This is going to be the subject, invoice from Pogo Security. Hey Coco, blah, blah, blah. Best regards. And I can even add a payment option. So if I want the client to pay me from his email, I can just simply click here. It will put here the total. So if you want 50% to get down payment or stuff like that, you can change this amount and type 1,000, 1,200, whatever you want to put here. Another option, I can click set a reminder. So I can set reminder to the client for a different date to talk about something, or I can put reminder for myself to call the client in a future date. If I want, I can attach items, spec files, or any other file that I want to attach beside the invoice. I can click here, attach more files, and I can eventually preview that or send the email. So let's send that real quick, show you guys how simple it is. So as you can see, I created invoice with ton of line items in a second. Then I open my email. Let's click here inbox, refresh this inbox, and I got here an invoice. If I click here on this invoice, as you can see, $26.41. So number one, let's see how the invoice looks like. It looks very professional, branded, nice. So if I compare myself to another company, our company will look nicer. So as you can see, I have my logo here, invoice, high quality security systems. I'm gonna show you how to create that nicely. Then you have the invoice itself with a lot of line items, with the discount of $100 and the total amount, your company details, and in the back you have, by the way, we do alarm, cameras, this, that. So whatever services you do, you can add it after the fact. So this page, the front and back here, I can add to any invoice. So automatically when I create an invoice, it creates that. That really upgrade your company brand awareness, and you become like an insurance company or like a bank. When you come and open a bank account, they give you like a brochure. So again, if you compare me to another company, my company will look better if we are kind of on the same price range. Now let's say I want to pay that. I click here pay, and because I integrated with PayPal, as you can see, it will redirect me to PayPal and will take me to pay this invoice immediately. You can integrate that with authorize.net and Stripe to different gateways to take payment. Okay, so that's about that. Another cool thing I want to show you guys. One second here, I'm gonna fix the screen. Okay, another cool thing I want to show you, how do I organize these pages, just so you know. So as you can see here on the menu, if I slide down to customization, I can scroll down to pages. So here, as you can see, I have invoice front page 1. So I put a page here that I created, and I can put up to 2 pages in the front. I can put 2 pages on the back. So when I create an invoice, it will come like that. By the way, you can decide what will be the title of the email, what will be the body of the email. You can add terms and conditions to the invoice or estimate. You can add images. So when you add products, you can basically put images to each product. And then when you create the invoice, you have a nice invoice with the product of each line item. So the customer understands what exactly you're going to get. And if you want to get a signature in the bottom of the invoice so the customer can sign, you can add signature by just clicking here and clicking save, and you're done. So just so you know, another cool thing here, if I go to the menu and I click customization, we have different templates. So if your company have different coloring, you can choose the color of your brand, choose one of the different templates. We have 30 something templates, and you can just click here what template you want, click save, and from that point the invoice will look like that with the colors that fits your company. Okay, now I want to show you another cool feature. So let's go back to invoices, If I click here shortcuts, we have all the functions here with the click of a button I can get to. Just another cool tip here. So from here, if a customer need to pay you, I can click here, add a payment, and I can take any kind of payment, cash, check, PayPal, credit card, whatever tool I want to use, I can use to take payment. I can download, I can email it to the customer, and I have a follow-up. So follow-up is super cool, and that will help you to generate much more profit. In the end of the day, you can follow up with an email or follow up with an SMS. So if I'm gonna activate this follow-up, what will happen? Let me show you guys. So you come here, paperwork, and I can go here to mail follow-up. And in the end of the day, I can follow up these invoices with email. So for example, I can put here a title for that follow-up. So for example, just staying in touch. Waiting to hear from you regarding the invoice I sent. Whatever it is, then you can add some files and it will attach the main invoice. And then you can say, you know what, 3 days later I want to send another title and body, and after that 5 days later I want to send another email. And you can create million kind of emails that will follow up the customer and try to convince him to close with you the deal. And instead of you, when you are busy, sometimes you don't get an answer fast enough, you just forget about the customer. But actually, if you follow up enough, maybe you're gonna close more deals. Okay, so this kind of follow-up. Let's go back to invoices. So as I showed you, you can follow up with emails and you can follow up with SMSs. So the same SMS concept, you can create SMSs, 1, 2, 3 days, then 5 days, then 7 days, keep bothering him with a short link to the invoice so they can click and close the deal. When they close the deal, that's it. It will stop bothering him and follow up with him, and it will send you an email, congratulations, you close the deal with Coco, for example, in this case, give her a call. Another cool feature that I promised I'm gonna show you is how you're gonna rank yourself up on the search results. So for example, here we have option to send a review. So from the invoice, after I send an invoice, I can send a review. So if I send you an invoice, most probably we close the deal. And now I want to get a review from you online. So I can click here, send a review. As you can see, it comes like that, review sent. Now let's go to this email. Let's click here, inbox, refresh. Okay, so we have here review us. So if I click here, hello Coco, a few moments of your time will mean the world to us. Click on the link below and share your experience with our company. We would love to hear your feedback. So for example, I can click here, leave a review. So we want to get your feedback. How likely would it be to recommend a friend or family? So in the end of the day, I just want to share with you something quick. Back in the day, let's say 20 years ago, when in Israel, okay, when you go to a restaurant, the restaurant owners will always tell you, if you like our food, tell your friend. If you didn't like it, tell us. So this is kind of the same concept. We're giving you an option to choose 1 to 10. Now, if you choose any number up to 7, it means you are happy, you are not happy enough to give us a good review online, right? We're not going to get a 5-star review from you. So if you're going to put here 1 star, let's say, so here you can put your comment. So for example, hey, I'm not happy, whatever it is, but at least that review stays with me. It doesn't go to Google or Yelp or wherever it is, right? So that's important. Now, if the guy will type here 8, 9 or 10, so for example, let's say I click here 10. Okay, let's see what happens. It goes to Google, and then I can just leave a 5-star feedback, and most probably gonna leave you 5-star because it chose 10 review, right? It give you a 10 rating. So that already, and then you can put this comment here. So this how I gonna increase my rating and eventually get more customers. And again, if I click here again, and I put, for example, 1, and I put here a comment, hey, I'm not happy the technician was not professional, let's say. Okay? So the customer is happy that he left you that bad review, but actually it stays in the system. So, sorry, if I go here to menu, I go to survey, I click on reviews, so I can see here that I sent from the invoice section, hey, I'm not happy, the technician was not professional, and I got a 1-star rating related to Coco Chanel. So that's cool, because now I understand which customer did it, and that will help me as well with my technician or whoever deal with that customer. I know that he didn't do a good job, so then I can deal with that person regardless. So that's another cool tool I want to show you. And lastly, let me show you one last thing. If I go to invoices, there is 2 things actually I want to share with you here. So number 1, we can create purchase orders. So now generally when you create an invoice, there is like 10 items you need to purchase for your customer. So what happens, you call the vendor, hey, I need to get 2 of that, 1 of these, 3 of that. Instead of that, you can click here purchase order, and then it creates all that line items here with the purchase price, not the sale price. And then you just choose the supplier here and you can click send. So basically, instead of calling the supplier, that will save you time and just send all the items for the vendor for you. And just a quick idea that how to save more time. Another cool thing is sometime, let's say the amount here is $26.40. Let's say you want to charge 50% down and 50% when you finish, right? So you can go here to payment schedule and click here set. So I can do it dollar based or percentage based. So let's say I do percentage based and the deposit will be 50% deposit. I have remaining 50%. I can add another payment and I can type here completion. So upon completion, I want another 50%. And again, you can create 3 payment structure or 4 or 5. Depends how you work. And then you click here save. So if I want to download again and see how it looks with my new breakdown, just to show you guys. So as I scroll down here, you see 1320 down and 1320 when I finish. Just to show you, so you can add this payment schedule, you can add terms and condition here, you can add signatures there, you can add images on the side here. So that's super cool. Any kind of combination, any kind of follow-up automation, easily take payments online, easily get brand awareness with this kind of pages in back and front and win your competition. Really a lot of cool features. And in the end of the day, it costs only $25 per month per user, and the admin is free. So for example, if your organization is up to 2 people, so these 2 people will need to pay only $25, and as you ramp up, it's only $25 a month. And beside that, there is a lot of other tools you can use here. We just focused on this invoice right now, but just so you know, you can do any kind of combination here, do salaries, estimates, really any kind of function you need. You can just jump here to shortcuts, and you can integrate even GPS tracking, plans, calendars, really anything you can think of. For the end, I'm just going to show you one last thing. If you go to settings and you go to payment gateway, here is where you can set up your PayPal or authorize.net or Stripe. And we adding now the cryptocurrency option, so people can even pay you with Bitcoin or Ethereum. And as we go, we're gonna add more and more gateways, so whatever you're using today, it's gonna be easy for you to use in the future. That's it for now, guys. See you in the next video. Thank you. Bye for now.